Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. There we go. We are live. Right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening. Welcome to URL, aka Ultimate Racing League. This is actually a different commentator than what you're used to for Ultimate Racing League. It is, of course, the one and only, and of course, the legendary Hoppers. How are we doing, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Yes, I am covering the rest of the Saturday League that John Mullen, aka the Big Mac, or aka Rufus, I believe, or I might have butchered it, but we are here for round number 5 at Trail Mountain, excuse me, in the United States of America for what promises to be a good night of racing. I'm just going to go through who is on the grid and also there's 3 races. Not too sure how this is set up because I've got the rules, but I need to go through them. But I'll go through them later on for the stream. But for now, we're going to do some commentary. It's been a while since I've commentated, and also it's getting back into the swing of it. But I'm looking forward to it because, you know, I've been asked to do it. So we've got the likes of the Unforgiven, aka Alexander Hutchinson, the main guy of URL as well. He's in this lobby. Just looking who is in here. The likes of Craig Thomas, aka the Osman, raced against him, commentated on him numerous times. We'll just go into the replay then, and what we'll do, we'll get the grid because it is a rolling start. But Ruthless Rufus, there you go. That's who John is. Sorry, I couldn't mute my mic quick enough to sneeze. I do apologise, guys. But on pole position then, after I think it was a 10th qualifying, unless it's done in championship order, I'm not too sure how these guys do it. But there we go. But as I say, I'll look through the stuff. But obviously, Craig Thomas in the Genesis, the GR3 model. They're all on GR3 cars. So Craig Osman on pole position, followed by Dirk in the BMW, the Endurance M6. He's running a predominantly black car because of a personal reason. Not going to go into it, but he's running a black car at the moment to pay respects. So he's in that. Then you've got Grasshopper in the Liquid Moly Nissan GTR, the Nismo one, the Godzilla machine. So I'll get rid of that so then you can see the car itself. And then you've got, of course, the Unforgiven in, I don't know what he's in. He's in some sort of BMW. Yeah, he's in the M6 Endurance model. Then you've got, of course, Smith in the Braun GP but Genesis. It's a very nice car by the looks of it. And then you've got Silly Shot or Sly Shot, I think. No, Silly Shot. Yeah, I'll get the whole things up in a minute or two. But getting used to these, gonna get used to these guys. Then you've got, of course, Brian Moncarney. What's Brian doing in here? I'm only joking. Basically, I've commentated on Brian before, and I've actually raced against Brian before. He's a top guy from all the way from Belgium. It's been a while since I've commentated on him, so let's see what he gets up to this evening, on obviously today, but this is from Saturday. Then you got Phaser. Phaser was my teammate for the rest of the season, another Belgian for the Sunday League, which was quite a good entertaining league, I must admit. Sundays I struggle with, but nevertheless. Bride and Mechanic in the other Lamborghini Huracan. And of course, John, aka the Big Mac, or Rufus, yeah, in the other Lamborghini. And then round up the field is Peter, and then Jimbly Hop. So let's get into the racing then, guys. Let's see what happens. If my commentary isn't up to scratch, bear with me, because it's been a while since I've commentated, and you know, anything can happen. So let's jump in then to the racing. Let's see who gets a decent start in that very early dawn conditions here in America, but it's lights out and away we go. Craig Osmond seems to get a decent start away from Derg, but then I believe Grasshopper straight away, he's also trying to catch up to these guys. There's quite a bit of a moment there with Grasshopper getting close and confident, hopping, skipping, jumping at the curb straight away. But let's see what's happening further back as the Unforgiven kicks up the dirt there. He doesn't need to do that, but he's obviously he's in the Deadpool car. Right, now we know what he's in, with Smith right close for comfort. In, of course, the Genesis, so we're on board with the Genesis, trying to push on for the likes of Alex's back bumper. He's dropped back a bit now though, however, but as you can see, taking it easy in these opening laps. Under the tunnel we go then, with the likes of Brian Mechanic and Silly Shot, Brian Moncani, Phaser, and I believe Rufus has had a bit of a nightmare spin going out into the tunnel, which is struggling to get turned around there by the looks of it, but that's allowed probably delayed Jimberley Hobbs actually in the McLaren, so I do apologise, couldn't see what car it was. But going back to Craig Osmond in the Sharpie Genesis, a very nice car I must admit. It's quite a weird car, but it's obviously Hyundai's sport brand, Derg, or the Dergster as he likes to be known. Currently still in second place, chasing down Craig Thomas with the likes of course, Grasshopper still there in third with obviously the Unforgiven, you know. Don't know, I still call him the Unforgiven, you know, but closely chased by Smith, but Smith's trying to push on, but we'll see what he can do. Phaser and of course Brian Moncani both in different cars, but the Star Wars Genesis versus the Nissan GTR, and then the two Lamborghini Huracans. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens, but looking at Phaser and Brian Moncani, we'll focus on these two for a minute or two as they go through the first couple of corners. It's not easiest track in the dark, I must admit, but looking at how well the likes of Brian and Phaser can do, but just going to make sure I'm still heard on stream. Just give me 1 second guys, because yes, I'm still heard on stream. Brilliant. But Brian Moncani then still pushing up to Phaser, but looking at what's going further up is the likes of Smith and of course Alex is going to be pushing on, so he's got the Deadpool and Wolverine car. That's quite a nice livery, I must admit, on the BMW. But you see the track conditions are ideal. It's proper like Le Mans racing as we get into the likes of Grasshopper trying to make a move on the Derg, I beg your pardon, but he's trying to push on, but obviously Grasshopper has caught to the back of the BMW, so the first of the two BMWs. But looking at what's going on here with Grasshopper, trying to go on board with this on GTR. Fabulous car, I must admit, not gonna lie. All the cars are fabulous, you know. But you can just see that Grasshopper's trying extra hard to try and catch up to Derg, but that is of course ticked off lap number 2 with the Osmond still leading. But Alex is currently still under pressure from Smith at the moment, but I believe Brian Moncani's got past Phaser, which now leads him up into the top 6 at the moment. But Phaser won't give up. He's a feisty racer, is Phaser, not gonna lie. But you know, Phaser is still there. He's going through this part of the section, bit of overrun on the fuel there with a bit of flame coming out the exhaust. But Brian Moncani, I think he clipped the dirt, did he? Just about. But Silly Shot and Brian Mechanic, have they had it coming together, or Silly Shot actually got it all crossed up? Let's have a look. Slowed down a bit, got onto the curb, yeah, just got onto the curb and then just spat him into the tyre barrier, which isn't ideal. So Peter goes past him as well, so it's 3 Belgians in here with the Mercedes AMG car, the W sponsor URL. So a shout out to W, if you put in, I think it's w.gg and then put the code at checkout URL 7, you get a certain percentage of, and I believe we are sponsored. We've got another sponsor as well, which I can't remember, but I'll try and remember for next week, because you know I just had to jump on this morning. But Peter in the Jurassic Park livery then, and we've got Silly Shots, and then of course Rufus. John's still there. He's advertising his own YouTube channel, which he does also commentary for URL, so go and check his commentary out as well, because he's a very good guy. He's a good mate of mine as well. He's Rufus, and then you've got Jimbly Hop still struggling in that McLaren, but going back then to the Osmond, he is still there. I think Smith's also got past Unforgiven now, which you know, these two are battling hard, the BMW and the Genesis, so the Genesis still leads that BMW at the moment, so it's kind of like role reversal for the top two at the moment. But you can just see the Unforgiven trying to get past the likes of Smith there. Smith's trying to hold on for dear life, thinking, you know, leave me alone. But we know what Alex is like. He's a very established racer. I'm not going to lie, they're all established racers, you know. Some have raced against, some have commentated on. But I'll tell you what, it is a pleasure just to do, you know, to get this Saturday League covered. So, you know, if you're ever interested in joining URL, I'll put the link in my description in future, and head over there. You know, we'd love to have you. Everyone caters for any race. You don't have to be the quickest. You know, you'd be put in obviously lobbies that will suit you and suit your driving. But you know, I'm not the best, but I give it all my all when I do race. So looking at the Unforgiven, he's got a bit of a gap now from Smith at the moment, so he's dropped back a bit. Phaser's slowly but surely catching up to Brian Montgomery, so the two Belgians, both in different cars though, however. And you've got Brian the Mechanic. He is in the, I can't remember exactly what livery that is. It's one of the teams in GT Fanatec, I believe. But and then you got Peter, then you got Silly Shots. Now with Rufus and the other Lamborghini Huracan GT3, a very nice Audi V10 in it. A very nice car, I must admit. Shame there's no Audi R8 in here, but that would have been a bit of an interesting combination. And now of course Jimbly Hop, the Canadian, dropped back a bit with the Osmond still eking out that advantage from Durview. He's actually literally, I believe Craig's just knuckled down with his racing recently. As I say, I've commentated, I've raced against him previously as well. He is a quick racer, I'm not going to lie, you know. Then you've got, of course, Grasshopper, aka Dan Mead, trying to push on. But, as I say, you guys are new around here, I do apologise, I forget your names wrong. Don't shout at me. That's all I'm going to say, because some of you guys are new to me, but we'll get thereabouts. Then you've got the likes of Smith trying to get away. He's got away now from the likes of Alex, and then of course Brian and Phaser. Two Belgians still going nose to tail, but Phaser's getting that gap down and down, but the GTR just has a bit of the legs on him at the moment, but only time will tell. But Phaser's just thereabouts at the moment. But we've got Brian the Mechanic still there, pushing on. But we'll soon figure out how that goes with the likes of Peter, and then of course Silly Shot. So there's quite a few Lamborghini Huracans in this league, but you've got the likes of Rufus. He's going to be he's going to try and push on to try and get up to Silly Shot now. Not too sure what the name is for Silly Shot, but it seems a good thing. And then you've got McLaren and Jimbly Hop. But what's happening with the likes of Derg? Derg's just pushing on. You know, look at them tyres, it's slowly but surely wearing. I think they're actually there's three races tonight on a Saturday. I'm not too sure whether they are sprint races or there's mandatory, but you know, it seems to be quite a quick, some very interesting races. There's around, I think it's around 17 minutes, I think, roughly, but we'll soon figure it out. But 10 minutes, just come on, it's 10 minutes gone in this race then. With the likes of Grasshopper now he's trying to push Derg all the way. He's actually getting closer to GTR, but go back on board with Grasshopper, which see what it's going to do. He's actually closer. He's actually got closer to Derg this time round. So you can see the GTR versus the BMW. With I think Grasshopper likes to push. Well, not like push people out of the way, but I think he likes to push to the limit, which he is doing. He's pushing that GTR against the BMW at the moment, but we'll soon figure out exactly what's going to happen between these two. Into the back section we go then. So 10 minutes gone in this race, already on lap 6. So it just means that the likes of well, Grasshopper's actually got a run on Derg. I think Derg did admit there was a bit of a mistake. I don't know whether it was a mistake in race 1 or the final race of the evening. Not too sure. But Grasshopper gets alongside him. Does he? No, he gets the nose chopped off. But great racing between the pair of them there. But Smith's still in 4th then, followed by the Unforgiven. But we heard some tyre squeal. But Unforgiven. Alex is trying to push on. He's thinking, just conserve a bit of tyre wear, but in the number 7 car, he's always number 7. You know, he's top racer is Alex. I've raced against him in previous years. I've no doubt. I tell you what, it's great to see these guys out. Brian Mulcahy's still ahead of Phaser at the moment. Phaser's actually dropped back, so whether he's had an issue or not is another thing, but hopefully that Genesis can literally push back up to the, of course, Nissan GTR. Brian Mechanic's still in 8th, and followed by Peter, and of course Silly Shot, of course Ruthless Rufus, and then Jimberly Hop. Struggling a bit with that McLaren, no doubt. It's on the mediums, but I think the mediums aren't the way to go in these cooler temperatures at the moment, but you'd think so. But nevertheless, it is what it is. But Craig's still out in front then. He's going to push on. He's still got this battle between Derg and, of course, Grasshopper. The BMW versus the Nissan GTR. Fastest lap though is 149.141 of a second by the Osman. He's now doing a 149.007, so he's going quicker. I did say he'd be one to watch. He's a quicker guy. With the likes of Grasshopper trying to get up and close and personal to Derg and won't go on board with the Grasshopper's GTR. The sun's trying to now start to rise here at Trail Mountain this evening for, well, when I say this evening, this morning for the races, but we'll see what happens between these guys. But if you guys don't mind liking and subscribing to Hoppers Gamer, it'll help me out massively, get us noticed, get us you know, get us noticed for URL comms, get the league noticed as well, and leave us a comment. But Grasshopper then pushing on, so he's close, trying to get close to Derg, but he's not close as he was last time, right? But who knows what's going to happen with these guys for the remaining couple of laps of the race. But Grasshopper has he's actually got closer to Derg as well, which probably explains a lot of things with that BMW. Whether the tyre wear seems to be a bit effective at the moment, but nevertheless it will be what it is. But I'll try to push on for a great battle between these two at the moment, between Grasshopper and Derg at the moment. But no doubt. Smith's still thereabouts. The Unforgiven, I keep calling him the Unforgiven because that's how I knew him when I first raced against him. Good old Alex. And then you've got Brian Moncani, Phaser, Brian Mechanic, and Silly Peter, then Silly Shot, then Rufus. Of course, Jimbley Hop. Poor old Jimbley Hop is now going to be a lap down, which hopefully they'll pick up speed and, you know, not hamper the other two. But you know, like I say, you know, like Brian Moncani actually won the final lap, so it's only 9 laps to go. But the likes of Brian Moncani, Phaser, Brian the Mechanic, across the line. So it is 9 lap races then. It does seem to be probably a bit longer because with the other guys out in front. But Grasshopper clips the wall there going into the tunnel, which literally dented his chances to catch up with Dirk. But that may allow Smith to slowly but surely catch up. But the other guys have finished already, so it's now focusing on to the likes of the Osman to take a lights to flag victory in race number 1 here at Trail Mountain for the Saturday League. But who knows what's going to happen in race number 2, which race number 2 and 3 will be coming up, guys. I'll have to get the replays, but I'll have a quick hydration break because I need to keep hydrated. That's the problem with commentary, your voice can go like mad. But obviously the Osman coming through the final turn then to take a well-deserved victory. Obviously URL rules prohibit light flashing, so there'll be no light flashing on these cars. But Dirkview, okay, Dirk's second place, fair play to him. Grasshopper third place with Smith, and of course the Unforgiven, followed by Jimbley Hop, who was a lap down. But there you go, that is of course race number 1. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one, guys. I enjoyed that. Yeah, it's a great race, that. We'll see what happens. I think that's exactly the order they actually technically finished as well. So likes of I'll just do that, and then we'll get race number 2 up and running very shortly, guys. I'm just going to take a quick hydration break, and then I will be back in a second for race number 2. While race number 2 is loading up, I will actually do my hydration break for me personally. But you know, URL, if you see all this stuff, that is race number 2. We will get that up and running. So yeah, I'm going to get a quick hydration break and a quick leg stretch, and I will be back in a minute for race number 2. There we go, guys. Do apologise about that. So yes, we are back for race number 2 at Trail Mountain. As you can see, the sun has appeared, so that's a good thing. That means I can see the cars properly now. Sarcastically, but we are gonna do race number 2 and race number 3. Getting through this quite well, actually, to be fair. Race number 3. Just making sure I'm still heard on stream, because sometimes I'm a bit quiet. But I'm gonna send these guys the link, because that's what I should have done earlier. But but they can have their just give me a second. Where was I? Let's try to get my YouTube channel back up, just in case I'm missing comments or out. But yes, right, let's go for race number 2 then. I think it's partial reverse grid. I think it's partial reverse grid. I'm not too sure. Is it grid for? Is the same grid for race 1? I'll have to try and figure it out. But no, I think yeah, it's same grid for race. Same sort of grid for race 2. It's finishing order. Beg your pardon. I do apologise, guys. I'm trying to get my head around this. So just bear with me 1 second. Right, so in pole position then for race number 2 is of course race number 1 winner, the Osman. I'll tell you what, Craig Thomas in that Sharpie, that is absolutely a stellar livery. First time I've ever seen a Sharpie livery. I wonder who designs these, or did they just grab them off the showcase and just use them? I'd love to know. I'd love to know exactly whether they make them or they just grab it. You know, it's a very nice livery in daylight. Couldn't see it in the darkness. Dirk, of course, in second. You know, he's going to try and make amends. He wants a race win. I can tell. I can sense. You've got the likes of Grasshopper in the Nismo GTR. Then, of course, Smith in 4th in the other Genesis. Then you got the Unforgiven, Brian Moncani. Brian Moncani's actually changed car for this race. I don't know whether he was meant to be, or was he meant to be in the Audi R8? That's confused me completely, but I'll double check that. But he's in one of the, I'm going to butcher the team, but he's in one of the, of course, World Series Endurance by Fanatec livery. I'm going to have to double check that, whether he is meant to be in the GTR or he's meant to be in the Audi R8. I'll have to double check that, which I will do for next week, because I'm not too sure, because that's now confused me. But it's fine, but nevertheless it's fine. Phaser in the Genesis, followed by Bryden Mechanic. Then you got Peter, Silly Shot, Rufus Ruffus, and then of course Jimbly Hop at the back of the grid. So yeah, let's get ready for race number 2 then, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get going for another thrilling, I think it was 9 laps, wasn't it, in the end? As Craig's now on the mediums. I forgot to mention what tyres are on, but hey ho, we're still learning. And Craig gets a launch then, but he's got to jump from Dirk at the moment. But Smith is all over at the back of Grasshopper already, is he? No, he's not, because cop skipping into that chicane straight away. But seems we're all getting through there close to comfort. But it's going to be a very close battle now, as we see what's going on here with the likes of Brian Moncani and of course Phaser and Bryden Mechanic. Not too sure what my headset's doing at the moment. It seems to be crackling, which is doing my head in. There's Bryden Mechanic's put his wiper on. It's not raining. I think he's pressed the button wrong with Peter alongside him, because Bryden Mechanic has a bit of an issue. Got the Silly Shot Lamborghini Huracan. So my headset is buzzing like heck. I'm going to see if it's heard on stream. Give me 1 second. Might be just because of the exhaust and that. But Rufus then still in 11th. No, he's not, because Jimbly Hop in the McLaren's got past him. kicks up the dirt, but Brian the Mechanic, still with that wiper on, that wiper must be putting him off. Phaser's still there in the ninth then with the likes of Silly Shot and Peter and the Mercedes AMG currently pushing on for some time to get past Silly Shot, but Silly Shot and the Marvel Inspired. Oh, there's a bit of a push to pass, wasn't there? There's a bit of contact. I don't think it was a push to pass, but looking what's going on for 5th and 6th between Brian Moncani and Unforgiven. Dergs dropped down to 4th though, however, which I don't know whether it was this race. He said he had a spin, I can't remember, but you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the likes of Derg, and then of course Smith trying to get back up for comfort with the likes of Grasshopper in second. Then what's Grasshopper's on the racing hard? What's he doing on the racing hard? I do apologise, I'm trying to sort out my headset because it keeps clicking in my ear, but that's alright, it's not heard on stream, which is alright. It's just, which is alright. If it was heard on stream I'd be slightly annoyed, but Craig Thomas then still leading the race from Grasshopper and Smith, and then Derg's trying to get past him. Derg's on the hards as well, Brian Moncani on the mediums. Oh, Alex has made a bit of an issue there, has he? Let's have a look what happens here. Chasing after Brian Moncani, he's got Silly Shot behind him. Oh, he just clips the wall, and I think it then delayed Silly Shot for a bit, and that's dropped. Brian Mechanic still got his wiper on for some bizarre reason. Phaser still there, Night Rufus, and Jimbly Hop. And of course, 10th and 11th, repeats down in 12th. So Craig Thomas then could make it 2 from 2 at the moment. With the likes of Grasshopper, Smith's trying to get away from Derg, but we're on board with Derg's BMW, trying to literally get past Smith at the moment. Oh, I felt that bump. But you can see that happening with the likes of the cars, but you know, to our Smith, you know, he's on board with Derg trying to get really up close to that Genesis, but it's got Brian Moncani very close as well in that Audi R8. I need to double check if Brian's meant to be in the Audi and not the Nissan GTR. It confused the living daylights out of me, thinking he was in the GTR in race 1, but I'll double check that with the boys. Oh, he's just standing. Right, okay, mate. No bother, mate. Cheers, Derg. I wasn't too sure, mate. I was thinking, what the heck, but at least you're on the ball, mate. I'm not with it at the moment. But thank you, mate. But Derg's got overtaken by Brian Moncani, but Brian Moncani's actually not scoring points, so he's just driving anything. Ah, well, that's a fair point then, but oh, he's, speaking of Brian, very rare mistake from him. He never makes mistakes. He's made a mistake there going into the tunnel, probably clipped the wall like many people have done. But obviously Brian the Mechanic he's still got his bloody wiper on. He needs to stop having his wiper on, but you see Smith now trying to line up Grasshopper, shades of race 1 this. But you can just see exactly what's going to happen with the Genesis versus the GTR. I think, you know, like I said, this is actually shades of race 1 where them two were having a battle, but Derg's still there. A Silly Shot trying to get past him, so the Marvel Lamborghini Huracan will go on board with Silly Shot. It's just annoying that I don't have OBS, because I could have actually done some proper decent graphics, you know. But Derg's trying to get away from Silly Shot. Just see that BMW snaking around, picks up some grass. Or was it some gravel? I can't remember what's wrong here. But Derg's under pressure from Silly Shot, but fair play to Derg, he's carrying on, getting that BMW power down away from the beautiful engined Lamborghini Huracan, but Silly Shot has got past Derg, so Derg drops another place unfortunately, but he won't give up. He's a very feisty racer. A silly shot actually makes a mistake. So that's going to hamper him, scupper him. He's got a bit of damage on the back quarter now, so he handbrakes it round with the likes of the Unforgiven and Rufus Rufus. They're now having a bit of a battle. Soon figure out what's going to happen between these two. But is that allowed Phaser to join? Yes, it has. Phaser and of course Brian Moncani. Even though Brian's not scoring points, he's in a battle. So it's almost a 4-car battle for potentially 6th place at the moment. But yeah, it is for 6th place. So the Unforgiven literally under pressure from Rufus, but as I say, it's going to be very close to Comfort, but the likes of Rufus, Phaser has a bit, Brian has a bit of a move on Phaser. Even though Brian's not scoring points, Phaser will score points for 8th, from what I've just been told, so there we go. But Phaser has dropped down, Peter in 10th, so it's a Belgian top 10 at the moment. From 8th down, but Jimbley Hob in 11th with Silly Shot now down into 12th. He's actually got the fastest lap at the moment. It's on them racing soft slow with the likes of Craig Thomas still leading the race then with Grasshopper and Smith. Smith's dropped back from Grasshopper. Dirk back up into 4th, well, still in 4th. But he's still there. Brian Mechanic's still there with his wiper. I'm sure that's off-putting. That would put me off the whole race, but the Unforgiven literally under pressure from, of course, Rufus and, of course, Brian Moncani, but obviously Alex is trying to push on. Who was that going wide? Was that Phaser? That was Phaser. He's hit the wall terribly. Not a good start to, well, on lap 5, but that's cost him a bit more time, so Peter up into 9th then. But Jimbley Hop still there in, of course, 11th with Silly Shot. Silly Shot's trying to chase after the McLaren, which they do. Well, I can't say he, because I don't know whether it's who's driving, because I don't know the proper drivers' real names in some of these cars, so bear with me. But Silly Shot and Jimbley Hop having a bit of a battle. Lamborghini versus McLaren. Peter still there. Phaser is now clipped the wall again into the tunnel, but Brian Moncani, he's got past Rufus, but Rufus he's chasing him down. But Brian's also there for comfort, as you can just see what's happening between these two. With the likes of the Unforgiven still currently 6th place at the moment. He's pushing, but Brian Mechanic's still there. Dirk's still in 4th at the moment. Brian Mechanic gets a bit crossed up out of the final turn, but we forgot about this guy. Forgot about the Osman. Typical Welshman, you know. He's a likeable friend of ours, but he is currently leading the race. He's very, as I say, he was very fast, but he's now done the fastest lap with a 1:51.4 at the moment. So that's almost there for close for comfort. But Smith tried to get up to, of course, Grasshopper at the moment. And these two are having a bit of a Shades of Race 1 battle, but the Genesis and GTR, it seems. But like Dirk's still there. He's got Brian Mechanic chasing him, but he's going to push on. Got the likes of Brian Moncani's had a bit of another loadly nightmare, should we say, but that's dropped him back with his compatriots now, the likes of Peter and Phaser. So the likes of Rufus and the Unforgiven. As Rufus actually tries to push on, he's often go on board with John actually as we go in the tunnel. It's really dark in here, but out into the light then. As he goes and tries to make a move on Alex. Yes, he does, but Alex fights back. stellar driving between the pair of them. Absolutely top class Bravo stuff there. But, Rufus is still putting him under pressure. Oh, bit of a mistake there from John, I think, which is now Peter now catching, I think. But who knows? But not far away from this second race, as Grasshopper and Smith are still. No, it's terrible. I think Grasshopper has finally got past him, I think. But see what's happening. It's like I say, it's still shades of race 1, this battle. But looking exactly what happened with the likes of the Osman still leading them. It's going to be close for comfort between quite a few guys. We've got Dirk under pressure now from Bride and Mechanic. Just see we're going wide with Bride, even though he's got his wiper going. Not going to let that slide, you do know that, but Bride Mechanic clips the wall. He's on the mediums. Dirk's on the hards done, so there's a lot to take in here with tyre regulations, etc. But who knows what's going to happen here. Looking at the likes of Brian and Turf battling, so the Lamborghini versus the BMW interchanging battle. It's kind of like it was for 6th and 7th earlier on. It's now for 4th and 5th as Brian Mechanic gets a bit sideways, gets a bit of a love tap from of course Dirk there to help him straighten up, I think. But let's see what happens in the next race with Alex still there in 6th place, with the likes of Rufus still in 7th, and of course Peter in of course 8th, followed by Brian Moncani. He's having a nightmare, isn't he? He's having a mare. He needs to wake up and smell the coffee and think yes, and he's knuckled down, but he's still there in 9th place. Won't score 9th place points though, but it's fair enough for taking part in this evening, well, Saturday evening's race. Hopefully he's back on the grid full time very soon, because it'd be nice to see him Jimbly Hop in 11th. Silly Shots had a bit of a nightmare this evening, but nevertheless they will push on with the likes of the Osman. Forgot about this guy. He's unstoppable. He's literally broken away from Smith and Grasshopper. They've actually interchanged they're actually interchanging the battle again. So we'll look back from the Genesis at Grasshopper's angry Nissan GTR, the Godzilla. But you can see Grasshopper literally sideways, like trading paint and trading door mirrors. I wonder how much a door mirror is on each of the cars. But Grasshopper gets back past Smith there, but Smith is fighting to get back past him. This is absolute. I'll tell you what, these races are absolutely top draw. You cannot fault these races as Smith gets back past Grasshopper. And Brian and Dirk are still battling as well. Fair play to these guys. I'll tell you what, no word of a lie, it's going to be close for comfort, because you know, no matter what happens in these races, we're on to the final lap as we go then. So it's actually, from what I gather, it's 3 15-minute races now. Now I've got the rough idea. But the likes of Bride and Mechanic spins across the line, nearly takes Dirk's AI with him. But that will allow Craig Thomas to have just a consolation. He's probably thinking, where's everyone else at? Oh, they've all finished. But so Craig will be the winner, followed by Smith, Grasshopper, Bride and Mechanic, Dirk, fair play, 5th place, not too bad, mate. The Unforgiven 6th, Peter in 7th, Rufus in 8th, followed by Brian won't score points for ninth, but he finishes ninth anyway. Phaser will be ninth place, finished in points, but Jimbley Hop also in 11th, and then Silly Shot in 12th. But Craig Thomas has just got a lap on his own, thinking, I've still won this race, so I'm just going to show off. Imagine if something happened, you know. But top draw, guys, for race number 2. I'm looking forward to race 3. I think race 3 is going to be... But yeah, as I say, quick hydration break, guys, for me. But if you are liking the stream, please do give it a massive thumbs up for me. Don't be shy, please do give it a thumbs up, do give it comments, and do subscribe, because there is some more Ultimate Racing League comms as Craig does take the victory, and he did take the fastest lap as well. So he was taking it nice and steady on the last lap. I think he was just trying to showboat. But we'll get ready for race number 3 very shortly, guys. I'm just going to have a quick hydrate, because hydration is important in the commentary game. It's, you know, if you don't hydrate, then there is a bit of issues. Right, I'm going to load up this, get a quick drink. Hope everyone's liking this stream. Hope everyone's enjoying my commentary. I do my best. I'm not always the best. I'm not going to lie. That's something I do struggle with, but I get there. Commentary is great, you know, I love it. But I will get a quick drink, and then I'll be back in a second. There we go, I am back. Right, so race number 3 then. I think, looking at the results here for race number 3, by looks of it, Smith and Grasshopper were the top 2, followed by Alex, and then Silly Shot. And then, of course, oh, that's interesting. Right, yeah, that's fine. Brian Moncani's now in a Ford GT40 for this race. Not the original, or the 2018 machine. So, there we go. Right, are we ready for race number 3, the third and final race of the stream? I think we are. Let's rock and roll. But first, I'll go through the grid for race number 3, because you guys deserve it. So it is a reverse grid of race number 2. So that is allowed Silly Shot. I don't want to do that. Give me a second, guys, while I do this. So Silly Shot on pole position, then followed by Jimbley Hop in second, Phaser in, of course, third, Brian Moncani in now the Ford GT40. I believe that's in the Gulf colours. We'll double check that very soon. And then you got Rufus in, of course, 5th place, followed by Peter, the Unforgiven, Derg, Brian the Mechanic, Grasshopper, Smith, and of course, double race winner already, Craig Thomas at the back of the grid. But let's see what's going to happen for race number 3. Let's go. As we are ready for the third and final race in dark conditions, as well as the lights come on to green as Silly Shot gets away from the lights of Jimbley Hop, but Jimbley Hop is already under pressure from Phaser. Phaser darts out to the left. He's got a bit of a left and right turn coming up, but he's got that line very nicely. Gets into second. Jimbley Hop is getting swarmed like an angry bee there. by, I think that was Rufus, yes it was, but there's quite a lot of cars nose for comfort already into the first tunnel section. Got the likes of the Unforgiven and is thereabouts in his BMW, followed by Brian Moncani in the Ford GT40. He's knocked into Jimbley Hop. Yes, someone that doesn't score points has taken out, so that is not what you want to see, but however, racing is racing, but it was close for comfort, but the EcoBoost machine ahead of, behind Derg at the moment with the likes of Peter and of course Grasshopper, now putting the Osman under pressure for what would be 7th place at the moment, but go on board with Grasshopper as we chase down the Genesis, but it seems that the Osman is still there at the moment. We've dropped down into 8th, is he? He has, yes, but looking what Brian Mechanic is doing against Smith. The Unforgiven up into 4th, followed by Rufus, and of course Phaser. And of course Silly Shot leading the race at the moment in the Lamborghini. But you can see what's happening with Phaser. Then we've got Rufus. And of course Alex trying to push away from these guys at the moment. But he's dropped down to potentially 6th place at the moment. Don't know whether he had a penalty or not, but soon figure that out. He's back into 6th place at the moment, but of course Derg's down in 12th at the moment. Not too sure what happened to Derg. I think this is a race where he said he spun and we didn't catch it, so we're not going to go back onto oh, he's clipped the barrier there though. He's clipped the barrier. He's really had a bit of an issue there, but we caught that bit. Brian Moncani in 10th then, with Peter currently chasing down the Osman as we get thereabouts. There's who was that? Rufus. Oh, Rufus has had a bit of an issue in his Lamborghini, with the likes of Brian Moncani still holding on. Dear life, there we go. I think I know what it is. I think because that's better. That's like to Peter and of course Phaser having a bit. Oh, there's yellow flags out somewhere. Except there's yellow flags out, but confused. But, looking at what's going on then. So the Unforgiven back up to 4th then with Grasshopper currently in 3rd place with Smith still 2nd. Silly Shot still leading the way then with the likes of the top 4 still nice for comfort. Craig Thomas catching these guys up though with the likes of Phaser and of course Peter, both raced against each other on Sundays. I believe they will still be racing each other at some point. Racing against each other in the Jurassic Park Mercedes AMG for Peter, and of course the Star Wars sponsored Genesis in of course for Phaser. Then of course Brian Moncani just out testing cars with Brian the Mechanic still there in 9th place, followed by Rufus, Jimbley Hop, and of course Derg. Derg's having a bit of a nightmare this race, but you know, bit of a shame really, because Derg's got bags of pace in. So Smith still in 2nd place at the moment with Grasshopper, followed by the Unforgiven, and then you've got the Osman currently still in 5th place then, followed by Phaser, and of course Peter. Then of course Brian Moncani, well, Brian the Mechanic, there you go. Brian the Mechanic currently under pressure from Brian Moncani and Rufus, but I think Rufus tried to he tried to drift and try and get past them, but unfortunately it did not go to plan. Oh, John, how could you let the side down, mate? But no, John's a very quick racer. You know, I try and do a bit of banter in the same sense of commentary as well, because you know it makes it a bit more fun. But the likes of Derg and Jimbley Hop, both McLaren and BMW. Nice to see the McLaren actually out on circuit. With the likes of Derg putting Jimbley Hop under pressure. But I'm not going to break into the Queen song before anyone asks. But Silly Shot still leading the race then. But we're just going to focus on Derg and Jimbley Hop for a minute, because that is a battle that I'm interested to see the outcome of. Already on to lap 4, the top guys, but these guys will go into lap 4 in a minute. But nice battle between the pair of them. I think Derg's actually got past the McLaren, which he has, but Jimbley Hop is going to go back alongside the BMW very soon. I can sense it. But no, fair play. Derg's just gone into the top 11 now. So Rufus still there in 10th, trying to chase after Brian McCartney. Then you got Brian the Mechanic, Peter, then of course Fazer, the Osman, the Unforgiven at the moment. Currently still in 4th with Grasshopper and Smith 3rd and 2nd, and then Silly Shot still leading so far with not many laps to go in this race. But the Lamborghini Huracan, the Marvel inspired, I think it's the Wolverine car. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it's Wolverine and Deadpool. So it's kind of like what Alex has done, but on a Lamborghini. But Smith is going to try and catch Silly Shot up. Jimbley Hop still in 12th at the moment. Derg in 11th. So that's your top 12 then. So Silly Shot hopping and skipping the curbs at turn number 1 there, but still going through the tunnel with Smith still thereabouts, with Grasshopper pushing on, still in 3rd at the moment, the likes of the Unforgiven in of course 4th at the moment in the BMW M6. I've raced the M6 and it is a nice car, but it is a handful, I must admit. I raced it on a Sunday a few seasons ago. And it wasn't the easiest, I must admit, but you know, fair play to anyone that drives it. I do like the car itself, you know, I do occasionally race it in daily races, but Craig Thomas there still in 5th then, and they got Brian the Mechanic under pressure from Peter, the Belgian, trying to overtake of course Brian the Mechanic at the moment. Is that going to be a bit of a battle, because it's brought Fazer's slowed right down. I don't know whether he's slowed right down or them mediums are just not up to optimum as of yet, or they're just slightly wearing now, slightly wearing. So you can just see the likes of Fazer literally trying to put Brian a Belgian sandwich at the moment, because even though Brian's trying to get up close, Fazer, oh mate, I feel sorry for him, he got a bit crossed up out of the final turn there, but nevertheless he will be quick. He's a very quick racer, is Fazer. But Peter there trying to get past Brian the Mechanic then. Silly Shot has dropped down to 3rd. They did say there was a yellow flag, but I think that was for Silly Shot. I'm just going to see what happened to him, because he was leading the race. Oh, he spun right in front of Smith and then Grasshopper. That's a shame because he was doing quite well. So he's now back into third. He's now back down to third, which we thought he was. We thought he was going to do. We thought we were going to do quite well, but it's thereabouts. But the Unforgiven. So Alex is now going to try and get onto the podium with only around. I think it's around 3 laps to go in this race. So looking at Silly Shot there, he's under pressure. Until I find out everyone's real name, then I'll have to be careful. But the Unforgiven there, currently pushing on. He's thereabouts. But I think some people race in VR. I'm not too sure who races in VR, but I couldn't race in VR. As much as I've got a VR headset myself, but I couldn't race in it. Couldn't sit in there all evening, you know, racing in it for 3 races. It's brave, it's gutsy stuff, I must admit. But Smith still leads the race then. About to cross the line in the Genesis, followed by Grasshopper, and then of course Silly Shot. Silly Shot's got past Unforgiven. But soon figure out exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. With the likes of Greg Thomas trying to catch up to these guys. He's in 5th place at the moment. Bryder Mechanic has got past Peter and Phaser, with Rufus a bit under pressure from, of course, Brian Moncani at the moment. But soon figure out what's going to happen with Derg up into 11th. Of course, Jimbley Hop still there in, of course, 12th place at the moment, but Smith pushing on. But I think the main battle we've got is going to be between Silly Shot and Unforgiven, so we'll go on board with Unforgiven's bonnet cab. Chasing after, or it's the roof cam actually, but Silly Shot put the left hand indicator on, saying, was he going to go left or were they going to go left? Alex gets past with ease, but you know, as I say, not far away from race number 3 now, not far away from the conclusion, should I say, of race number 3. But Grasshopper and Smith, these two have battled all night. They've battled quite well, not going to lie. The battles have been absolutely top draw, guys. Loving the contact, loving the racing, should I say. But this is what I like to see, you know. Unforgiven there, trying to get away from Silly Shot. It's probably a silly shot that they've had to drink, and that's probably where it comes from. I don't know. I want to find out more about people. That's what I want to do. But Craig Thomas there in 5th place then. Probably his final lap time very soon. Brian Mechanic still 6th. Peter in 7th, followed by Phaser. Phaser's caught him up. So the 2 Belgians out of the 3. Bit of flames out the exhaust of Phaser's Genesis as he goes up over the rise into turn 1. But he's going to try and catch up to Peter in the Mercedes AMG. But just going to double check. No, that is not the. That's the older model. It's not the newer one. But I think it is the slower one of the 2 AMGs. I'm not too sure, but see what happens with the likes of these guys. Oh, look at them softs with Brian Mechanic, and they are getting warm. But looks like Smith is going to try and go through the latter half of the lap. I think, looking at the time, is he going to have time to do one more lap, or is he going to eke it out? For trying to, he might eke it out, you know. Grasshopper's getting a bit closer though in that Nismo GTR. But then again, dare I say it, I think time is actually running out at the essence. But it will be a victory for Smith then, followed by Grasshopper, the Unforgiven, in third. He gets onto the podium in the BMW. Don't understand why many people need to handbrake it, but maybe they like to. But Silly Shot fourth, good showing from Silly Shot. Craig Thomas in, of course, fifth place. Brian the Mechanic sixth. Phaser in seventh, followed by Peter in, of course, eighth place. So good showing from Peter, followed by Brian McCartney in ninth. However, Brian won't score points for ninth, which is a shame really, because he's a very good racer, but I think he was just doing a stand-in and just testing whatever cars with the likes of Rufus. Gets 10th, but it will be ninth place points, with Derg coming home in 11th. And we'll see what happens at round number 6 next week. It'll be slightly later next week because I'm getting my flat decorated, so I won't be live probably till next Sunday. So Jimberley Hop then, feel sorry for Jimberley Hop, because you know, they're obviously probably new to racing, but fair play to them, you know, pushing on quite a bit. But it's probably getting used to that McLaren as well. It's probably not the easiest car to drive, but fair play sticking at it and completing the races. So hats off to you. And obviously the fastest lap was a 150.7 from Brian the Mechanic, so there you go guys. And that is your 3 races of the Saturday League from Ultimate Racing League. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm going to just quickly do something why I'm here. Those who've just started watching the stream, good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening to you guys. I'm obviously now done the races. What I'm going to do, because why I'm here, ignore the colour and everything, but to make it a bit more professional on my end, while I wrap up my stream, I'm just going to go on to Scrapes Movies and just, you know, and all that. So yes guys, that was of course the Ultimate Racing League Saturday racing from round number 5 at Trail Mountain. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you have, please do a like and comment and subscribe. And share it around amongst your friends. Obviously the one and only Hoppers would appreciate it. I'm sure it'll get you get URL recognition, because we want more people to join a great community of racers. And hopefully, you know, I may see you on track. I may commentate on your races in future. But if not, then you know where we are. I'll put the link to Ultimate Racing League's Facebook page, so you can come and join us. Like I say, you don't have to be the quickest racer out there. You can be like me, who hasn't raced for many years because I've been doing so much commentary over the time. But yes, if you've liked what you see here, please do give it that massive thumbs up. I will see you guys next week for round number 6. I can't remember where round number 6 is next week. I do have the they did tell me where it was. Oh, it's at Le Mans. Oh, I'm looking forward to Le Mans. And then it's Brands Hatch, Daytona, and then of course rounding up the series is of course Autopolis. I'll tell you what guys, I'm going to go and do some jobs, but thank you for tuning in this morning or this evening or this afternoon. Have a good day guys, take it easy. I'll see you guys in France for another thrilling battle. Until then, take care. Ta-ra.